I use a new automation to post hundreds of Etsy listings to my shop overnight, which brings me in months like this, working on the business for about 4 hours a week, and sometimes even less. I buy back hundreds of hours of time every single month by using this system. And even though the app might be a little bit boring, it might be one of the most powerful Etsy tools you'll ever work with. Seriously, just ask some of the sellers who are currently using it. This software is specifically designed for Etsy entrepreneurs who sell digital wall art. Feel free to watch if you do print on demand or other products, but these tools were built by and for AI art sellers. If you're curious why, I've said it before, but when a software tries to be everything to everyone, it usually ends up being nothing to no one. And I swore that this software would be different. Now, check this out. With this tool, I just drop in a batch of art into this upload portal, and they travel right to Etsy as listings. But this tool doesn't just throw your listings on Etsy as is. It uses AI to handcraft each product with specific tailored settings that are different for every single one. The most obvious are the title and tags, written by AI integrated into the software that analyzes your art with the ChatGPT vision model. So it's actually giving you titles and tags for your specific art. But that's actually not what I'm going to be focusing on for this video. Take a look at these two listings that I uploaded from the same batch of 100. The titles and tags are unique to each and every listing since they were written by our Etsy-trained AI vision model, but even more mysteriously, the description is different too. And somehow it's tailored exactly to the specific art design. Now, I'm not manually going in and writing a short novel for each and every one of my 100+ listing descriptions. Instead, I'm using a bit of cleverness and leveraging AI in a different way to tailor my descriptions to hundreds of different art designs automatically. So let's get into it. If you've never heard of the software app before, it's called Downpour, and it's one of the 2 exclusive automations available inside the AI Art Sellers Collective. Essentially, it acts as a sort of portal to turn files on my computer into Etsy products. Since we're selling on Etsy, we need 10 listing images for mockups like these, and then since we're selling digital art, we crop and upscale the art into 5 different ratios so buyers can easily print out our art and frame it in any size they want. To get these images and files, we use another automation script called TEMPEST that turns 1 art design into 10 mockups and 5 upscaled ratios. And after that's done, I can drag and drop the entire batch of folders into Downpour, where it processes, links, and starts uploading each folder of files directly to Etsy as listings. At this point, I can select one of my 10 mockups for the AI vision model to analyze, hit the AI auto-generate button, and let it start generating an Etsy optimized title and a set of 13 SEO heavy tags for each listing. And I can just kick my feet up while it does this for 10, 100, or really any number of listings, completely in the background. Now, that's all well and good, but let's go over how I get those unique descriptions like I talked about before. First, use the AI auto-generate feature to write all of your listing titles and tags in bulk like we just walked through. Once that is completely done and the progress bar here is at 100%, then go up to the CSV section here, click the 3 dots, and choose to export the listings as a CSV. This will instantly download a file, and you can either open this in a program like Excel or drag it into Google Drive and open it with Google Sheets. As you can see, we now have a perfectly formed document with 3 key fields: the index of the listing, the title, and the tag set. Now we can start to get a little wild. Back in Downpour, while everything is still processing, open up the description expansion panel. This will contain the description that will be used for every listing in the batch. I've already entered in a description like this, a super simple example for this walkthrough that just explains the sizes we provide for our digital art. But this description seems a little dry, and it would be great if we could spice it up a bit. So maybe I'll write something like this. Just a short note to introduce the art print in a listing, but each of these art prints is entirely different. And if I want to include a handwritten explanation of the subject for each different art design, I'll be stuck writing descriptions for hours. But check this out. Instead of doing any of that, let's just add in a wildcard here. So I'll simply type in the word subject in brackets here. This might seem just like some random junk we just added, but let's go back to our Google Sheets for the next step. Back in Google Sheets, I'll add a new column to my sheet here and title it the name of the wildcard we just added, subject. Now, populating this column actually just takes about a minute because we can leverage our favorite AI assistant, ChatGPT. Just start a new chat and enter in a prompt like this. I'll link this in the description, but essentially it tells ChatGPT the type of text we're looking for and the exact sentence we want our subject to fit into. So everything comes out perfectly fit to snap right into our description. I'll enter this into the chat box, then simply copy and paste around 30-ish titles into the session and hit enter. We could attempt to do more, but sometimes ChatGPT gets overloaded and might forget to give us back a subject for one of our listings, which screws up the entire order. So copy and paste the result from the AI and paste it back into Google Sheets, and do a quick spot check to make sure the last few subjects match the title they're paired with. Then go back and copy another 30 with the same prompt if you have more listings. Now we have a fully upgraded CSV file with our wildcard completely populated. The very last step is to go back into Downpour and finish it off. And all we need to do is click this CSV button here and upload our new document. It might not seem like anything changed, but if we scroll down and open up the description of one of our listings, you can see that we don't see any wildcards, but instead we see our tailor-made descriptions that perfectly matches this specific listing. And we can check out another one to make sure it's looking just as good with its specific description, and scroll down and check another one. And if we're happy with the result, now we can check auto upload or go ahead and click the upload button to kick off creating the draft listings in our shop. Now we just walked through a very simple yet powerful example, and honestly this subject wildcard is all I do for my own shop. But there's even more you can do with this. You could add in a wildcard for a link to listing URL and fill in your Google Sheet with URLs to your best-selling listing to direct buyers to other products in your shop, for example. Or you could add a subject wildcard like we just did, and also add a season wildcard like this to further increase the uniqueness and SEO for your listing. Downpour was built to be extremely simple, but also extremely tactical. So you can really use this however you want. Now, I want to end the video with the quote-unquote old way of using Downpour, where you get to be in complete control of your title and tags. I personally use the new way every single time, but I get a lot of questions on this old method, so I want to walk through it for you guys. So if you want to write the title and tags yourself, you can first go into the AI Art Sellers Collective and download this smart listing template. This makes things a heck of a lot easier. You can see there are a few placeholder values here, but I'm going to remove the indexes, titles, and tags, and also add my wildcard column for subject. Then let's take a look at the folders we want to upload as listings with Downpour. You can see we have 5 listings from 20 to 24, and thus I'll add 5 rows in the index column for 20 through 24. Next, I can go ahead and pull these titles right from my brain, or I can head over to Orion, the title architect, who you can find also in the AI Art Sellers Collective. Copy the prompt on his resources page and paste it into a new chat, then simply send a screenshot of your art files to the AI so it can analyze the art as well as the indexes at the same time, and watch as it returns the 5 SEO optimized titles in seconds. Go ahead and copy these and paste them back into the Google Sheet. The code included in this template should let you know if the titles are correct or if they somehow came back as too long for Etsy. Then we can visit another AI assistant, Nova, the tag strategist, and again, copy the prompt from his resources page in the AI Art Sellers Collective, and then just share the 5 titles we just got back from Orion, and just like that, we'll get 5 sets of 13 tags ready for Etsy. Copy and paste those into the Google Sheet template and make sure they pass the validation for Etsy. Then we can do exactly what we did earlier and use a prompt like this to create our sets of subjects. You can copy this into a regular ChatGPT window, include the 5 titles, then fetch the 5 new subjects for these listings, and finish the template off by adding these into the subject column. Now we have everything ready, and we can go into Downpour, upload our CSV as the very last step, hit save, and then drag and drop our 5 folders from their parent folder, and everything will pop into Downpour and start uploading. We can see that each of these has their correct title, tag set, and if we open up the description, the correct subject as well. Just remember to make sure the description has the wildcard keyword in there so everything gets linked up correctly. And at this point, you can hit auto upload to immediately send off these listings to Etsy once they're done uploading. Now, in summary, we just went through the fast and simple way, but also the slow and more custom way. However, both will work, and it's a completely personal preference. Personally, now that we have this AI title and tag ready feature in Downpour, I always do the fast and simple way, where I just drag and drop my art files and kick off the AI auto-gen without having to do a single thing. Then once that's done, I'll export the CSV and quickly add my subject keyword and re-import it. I like doing it this way, but I want to make the system robust enough that you guys can really do whatever you want. But let me know if you think of a clever way to integrate these wildcards into Downpour. I'm all ears, and at the end of the day, I just want Downpour to be better and simpler to use for all of you. So let me know in the comments or join the free AI Art Sellers Collective and make a post in there. And if you're ready to level up your shop and start automating, check out the full AI Art Sellers Collective to get your hands on Downpour and Tempest right now. Either way, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next one.